Welcome to GBALL Vision, everyone. I hope you are having a fantastic day today. We have an awesome little knife to dig into here tonight. We are talking about the Maxace Black Mirror, one of the best buys on the market considering build quality, materials, and price, along with great aesthetics and great ergos. This is an exceptional buy. So these are right around the 150 mark. Yes, they did used to be better priced. This one in particular, they have a bunch of different flavors of this knife, but this one in particular, we have a stone-washed M390 sheep's foot style blade. You do have a pill-shaped hole for deployment options. You can thumb and reverse flick this guy out all day long. Nice and easy to access that hole pretty much anywhere that you want to, whether it's the top or the bottom or the middle. I get a nice thumb flick there at the top of the hole, a nice stout wind up, and then pretty much anywhere on the reverse flick that you want to hit it, it will go. Good detent on this guy. It is a titanium frame lock. They do have some plain Jane versions, and then they have inlaid versions such as this one. This is like a raindrop carbon fiber inlay here, which looks very, very good. You do have a brass pivot collar on both sides. Gives it a nice little pop of color. And then to go along with that brass pivot collar, you have a brass anodized titanium pocket clip. It looks very good, very clean. It's not a big knife either. It's, you know, it'll be in a lot of people's wheelhouses. Let's get a little measurement on this guy. 3 inches for your cutting edge. For total to this corner here, you're at about 3 1/4 to here, 3 1/2. Total about 7 1/2, maybe just shy of 7 1/2. And it's really not that heavy either. But there's no internal milling. So you have 2 nice slabs of titanium, about 3 1/2, 3.6. So it's a decent size. It's a decent weight. You have a nice amount of cutting edge there, a nice amount of blade length. And then you have a long enough handle here that even people with XL size hands are going to be able to fit on this knife. Now, depending on the size of your hand, you know, it's going to vary, of course, obviously. But, you know, XL and around that size, you're going to have quite a bit of room to kind of, you know, be all over this handle. Even in like a standard grip here, I can still just get my pinky on here. And then, of course, if I climb up, that gives me a lot of extra room. And that is pretty much where I, you know, if I grab this knife, open it up, that's where I'm going to be, is right there behind that edge. You have an awesome amount of access to that lock bar with a big old chamfer. Great job from Maxace. Love seeing the good access with a nice, soft, wide chamfer. That is how it is done right there. Great job from Maxace. Nice, useful blade shape, good ergos, you know, and even at the 150, 140, 150 mark, this is still a great value. M390, titanium, carbon fiber, you know, it's a good value. Yeah, you could get them cheaper before, but, you know, you could get a lot of things cheaper before now. So that's just kind of the way it has gone over the last year or so. Prices keep going up, and that's just the way it is. Why don't we go ahead and get a few size comparisons. We'll throw it up against the Quiet Carry Drift there, and we have the TRM Shadow here. We'll throw it up against the large Pyrite from CJRB. How about the Tuya NV4 there? the Civivi Vision FG, which is a very similar in, blade, and it kind of gives me vibes of that. The Vision and the Black Mirror kind of give me similar vibes. Nowhere near the same design, but they just kind of give me, the sheep's foot style blade there. Just kind, similar size. It gives me that kind of vibe. But like I said, definitely not the same design. And then why don't we throw it up against the big boy here? We have the 8010 there. And we'll do one more just for good measure. How about the Migron Centurion? So it is not a big knife, but it's not really a small knife either. Why don't we throw it up against this one just so you can... Here's the Migron Tacog, which is, it's a good EDC size knife, but nowhere a big knife. So there's a decent... And I like this knife. Do I wish it was a little bigger? Yeah. But as far as like a secondary carry, the Tacog's a good size. I wouldn't want this as my primary knife, no. But as far as like a secondary knife is concerned, I think it's a decent size. And the Black Mirror is a little bit bigger than that. And the Black Mirror is a knife that I would consider my secondary. Could it be used as a primary? Yeah, it could be. But I wouldn't want this to be my primary. I would want this as a secondary. That's just me, though. Full flat grind, nice and thin. Why don't we go ahead and check that while we are here? So your blade stock thickness is going to be about 112. So with these calipers, it could be 112, it could be like 110. These calipers are good, but they're not, perfect by any means. And then behind the edge, about 10,000. So that comes for a full flat ground blade. That is nice. That is nice and thin behind the edge. I love this thing. It's a great value. Maxace, in some form, kind of reminds me of Migron in a sense. They give you a lot of bang for your buck. If you follow along on the channel, you've seen that I just did a review on the Maxace Rock, which is another $150 knife coming in M390 titanium, different inlays, and that's a good value as well. So, Maxace, they got some more expensive knives, a lot more expensive, but they also can give you a lower price point and still keep the materials good and the build good. So, Maxace, I like them, and I've been, considering picking a couple of their designs up as time has went on. The Rock and the Black Mirror are not my knives. They were loaned into the channel for me to take a look at, and so on and so forth. Shout out to Mikey Reese. Thank you, brother. We have a lot more knives coming up that he has loaned in to take a look at. And we have plenty more knives coming down the pipe that we have overviews and reviews to do, particularly this one. We have an overview of this guy coming up. We have the Strix coming up. We have a bunch of stuff coming up. The Vosteed Mayhem. We have a lot. TRM Shadow. Whole bunch of stuff. So definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. If you're new here or you're not subscribed, and you're not new, you're just not subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below the video. I would love to have you here. Welcome you to be a part of the G-Baller Brotherhood. That is something special, and that is something that will last you until your last waking moment, and probably last past then. So it's definitely worth your time to just go down below the video and click that subscribe button. Not to mention, we have a 4K giveaway coming up. We're going to have 2 winners. There's going to be several knives in both packages and a lot of other stuff. And we got a lot going on here. It's a busy channel. Videos every day, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. Live streams twice a week. So we got a lot going on here. This ain't just some slouchy McGiggity channel. We do a lot here. We stay busy, baby. So you're definitely going to want to subscribe if you're not. Give me a thumbs up, too, while you're down there. You know, and while you're down there, leave me a little comment. Say a little something down there in the comments. I don't care what it is. Tell me what you're carrying, what you think about this knife. And then, if you see somebody else that has commented, comment on their comment. You know, the more comments and the more comments on comments, the more this video gets expelled into the YouTube sphere. You know, the more interaction down in the comments, the better this video will do. I can't stress that enough. Cannot stress it enough. Comment down there 50 times for all I care. You know, say the alphabet twice. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Just something. Anything. For the love of God, man. Say something. But anyway, the action on this is good. The materials, the ergonomics is good. The size is very useful. It will be for a lot of people. Great useful blade shape. Good materials. I mean, what's not to love about this knife? The price is good considering materials. Don't think about what was, you know, that is gone. The 120, 130-ish, that is gone. These are up around the 150 mark now. It had to happen at some point, and that point, you know, was very recent. They went up in price. It's just the way it is. But it's still a great value, and I'm still a big fan of it. Even at the 150 mark, I think it's a great value. It's a great little knife here, and I'll be sad to see this one go. That'll wrap it up, guys. I'm going to throw up 2 more videos right here and here. Definitely recommend going and checking out this one because there might be a little hidden gem in there. You might want to go and watch that one. Otherwise, guys, I love you. I'll catch you on the next one. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, jiggity jibe, riggity riggity tiggity tibe, whatever you want to do. Peace.